everyone, this is Elisa from Anaya's Toy Box Crochet, and I'm here to tell you what I've been up to. Thank you all for coming. I love showing off my makes, and I love that you come and watch it. You can find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Ravelry, and Etsy. Guess what?
Hi, chicken butt.
Yeah, I'm not alone, but that's nothing new. You guys know that. But guess what? This is my 100th What I've Been Up To episode. Can you imagine it? 100 episodes of What I've Been Up To. I think this deserves a giveaway. So it's going to be a tiny, tiny one, open worldwide. It's going to be a digital giveaway. Whoever wins will win my newest pattern and a pattern from Ravelry or Etsy of your choice for up to $10. That means you're going to get one pattern, and I will give you the pattern that costs up to $10. So if it's a $20 pattern, that's not what I'm going to give you. I'll give you one that is $10 or less. But anyways, that's the giveaway. To enter this giveaway, like all standard rules, this is not sponsored by YouTube or anybody else but me. You have to be 18 or over.
It's actually sponsored by me.
You're going to give me the $10?
No.
Didn't think so. Didn't think so. Anyways, I will be paying for it. Nobody else is helping me out. You have to be 18 or over to enter. And what else? Well, you know, standard YouTube rules. It is a digital reward or digital prize, and it is open worldwide. Anyone can enter, and all you have to do is comment. That's it. You don't even have to say anything specific or special. I mean, I would like for you to be subscribed, but if you're not subscribed, I know most of my viewers are not subscribed to me. So if you're not subscribed, that's okay too. All right, so I am going to show you this first because I forgot to show it last time and I felt so bad. So this is what I'm going to show you first. I got a Christmas card. This is from Natalie, from Natalie's Closet. She sent me a Christmas card. It's this cute little dog with the wreath in his face. It's so cute. Yeah, so I wanted to show you that. Natalie's Closet. I'll link her down below. I'll link down. I'm going to be talking about a few people. I'll link them all down below. So what have I been up to? Woo! I have some FOs. So I'm going to start with the most frustrating. And that is this doll. Okay, my mistake was, like, I always put underwear on my dolls. I started when my kid was small and I didn't put it underwear, and she goes, "Why is she naked?" So I always put underwear on my doll. Yeah, you did do that.
I did?
You did. And you know what? It's not just you. There's been other instances where people bought from me and I made like a rabbit with clothes, and then it was like, "Why is she naked?" from the kids. So that's something common kids do. So my mistake here was the underwear. I started too high. I probably should have started around here. Normally when I'm making my patterns, I started at wherever decreased. So that's like the waist to me. This one decreases really early and then it goes on and on and on. And I didn't realize it. And I just kept going because I was doing it. I didn't want to frog it. The problem is that because the underwear is so high, you could see it. See? See that? So
I don't.
that was, you don't see the yellow instead of the belly? Oh, that's why. Okay. So that's the problem with this one. The second, that was my fault. That was completely on me. The designer didn't even put underwear. She just kept it all in skin tone. But my other problem is, once I finished this, I finished the entire doll, no problem. Then I started working on the clothes. Now the clothes calls for 0.5 millimeter smaller hook. And to tell you the truth, I used a 2.25 millimeter to make this, and I didn't want to bother going down to a 2 millimeter and struggling with the DK yarn. It's not the most comfortable I'm already using the smallest that I can use. And it would really slow me down. I would have lots of split stitches if I used a smaller hook. So what I decided was, I'm going to adjust. I'll just chain up whatever she says and I will do some calculations and adjust. Well, I did that. And even with the bigger hook, because it tells that the pattern tells us to go down one hook size, even with the bigger hook, the pants were too small.
Good job.
Okay, so I thought that was a me problem. Maybe my tension was off, my whatever was off. So everything will be too small, but I decided when I started the shirt that I adjusted it. I did my own thing. I looked at the picture and just did my own thing. When I started the shirt, I decided, okay, you know what? I'll continue. My tension is off. I know it because the pants were too small. So I'm going to have to add stitches here. And I'll figure it out because it was a me problem, I thought. It wasn't a me problem because this one I chained up as much as it said to chain up. And it was too big. So if it was a me problem, they would have all been the same, like either too big or too small. But if it's a pattern problem, one being too small and one being too big, it's a pattern problem. So that was frustrating. I had to make up the shirt. I didn't actually keep the picture open, and I did it a little wrong because this part is closed off in just orange. But whatever, I did it. I wasn't going to redo it. I made the sandals. The sandals were too big again. And the hat, I didn't even bother looking at the pattern. I just did my own thing. So I did the hat. I put the hair on. I finished it. I put the eyes on. I'm still... I can't tell you if I'm satisfied with this project. I'm still a little frustrated with it. Excuse me. I feel that if you're going to pay for a pattern, that if there's any problems with it, it should be a tension problem. Or because I work, like I always have to adjust any patterns that I buy, especially if they're shaped, I have to adjust it. And that's a yarn under problem and it's a tension problem. Those I could accept. But having the clothes being too big, too small, it was frustrating. I'm still a little frustrated with this doll, so I can't tell you exactly how I feel about it. But that is my FO number 1. So I finished this on Saturday. I mentioned that I only had a little bit of work left on this, which was I just had to finish the sandals and the hats and the hair. So after I filmed last time, I picked this up and finished it. Another one I finished was this one. Again, I showed you most of it, but I didn't put it together for the longest time because I didn't make the tail. After I got better, I still didn't want to touch this guy. So I decided I'm just going to make a little amigurumi. And I thought it would satisfy because I was like craving making amigurumi. It didn't satisfy my need for amigurumi, so I neglected it for a bit. But I finished it. This is the leftover from the blanket I made. So it's made with Karen cloud cakes. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, this is made with Karen cloud cakes. It's from the blanket, the leftover. I still have the red, and I'll make something with the red at one point. Maybe another one of these. I don't know. Okay, and so those I made on Saturday. I finished it off. I've showed it to you before. This one. This is a pattern by All About Amy. By the way, the boy is the crochet shop, and I'll link it down below if you're interested. I don't. It's up to you. You know my problems with it. But anyways, but you know what? I bought it years and years and years and years ago. She might have changed it and fixed the pattern, so who knows? This is a pattern by All About Amy. It's her spring bunny, and I took out the yarn that Wendy sent me. Wendy from Crochet My Way, she sent me a box that I wanted to giveaway from Dana's Wonderlust Crochet. Anyways, she sent me this beautiful, I think it was Charisma yarn, and I really wanted to make either a bunny or a bear out of it, and so I made a bunny. This took an entire skein of it, and I forget the colorway name, and I don't have anything with me. Do I? Yes, I do. Give me 1 second to open it up and tell you the colorway name. It's Soft Dreams. Anyways, I made him, and he's so cute. I really enjoyed it, and the yarn is so soft and nice to work with. I don't typically use 5-weight yarns. It does hurt my hand just a little bit. My hands are used to using thin yarns because I've always used, well, not always, but I've been using thin yarns for a long time. So the thin yarns do not bother me, but the thick yarns kind of hurt my hands just a little. But it was fun to make. I made it. I love the way he turned out. I think that although I did not color control, the fact that it's up here, this brown, instead of in the middle, giving it like a raccoon-like stripe, makes me like it better. So the last defo I'm going to show you, I finished this yesterday because I have to take pictures and stop. I finished my mushroom spirit. I don't have the other one with me, so I can't show it to you, but the other one, like this white part, was like up to here. So I reworked it. I am satisfied with this one. I am willing to share this one. So I have to finish up, you know, I have to insert, like the pattern is written. I just have to insert pictures and do the finishing of the pattern, and then I'll send it out to testers. But it's done. My mushroom spirit is finally done. By the way, for the body of this pattern, I used the same pattern as my sunflower doll and the baby beach girl. So if you want to get all three of those patterns, I do have a book. It's not really a book. It's just you'll get 3 patterns. It's just called a book on Ravelry. I'll get a book. I do have a book that you could use to get this pattern. I'll have this one listed into that one when I'm ready to sell this. And if you buy the book now, you'll get it automatically because you get everything on the book.
You made that pattern?
Yeah, this one I made.
Oh,
all right. We'll pretend that didn't.
It happened. I saw it, and it was caught on video.
Yeah, it's still happening. It's the frame. I blame the frame. Is the frame in the way? All right, so those are my finished projects. So now I'm going to show you my whips, and I do have quite a few. So I remember I showed you that I was like aching to use my crystal cakes, and I started the Shawl of Hope. I think I was like up to here. I didn't put a stitch marker. I'm sorry.
That was a very lame name.
I didn't make it. So this is how much I did of it. It is not done. It needs to be longer. This is what? It's a little bit over a meter.
It would probably fit him.
I'm not making it for him. But anyways, here it is, the shawl that I am working on. It is not finished. It's not long enough, and there's a really thick border to it. But I'm enjoying making this. I think it looks so gorgeous, especially on camera for some reason. You can really see the sparkles there. The crystal cake is gorgeous.
Extra lighting.
Oh, maybe it's extra lighting. Okay. So I have been working on this. This is a pattern by Creative Grandma, and I'll have it linked down below. Oh, I forgot to mention, the yarn for right here, these pants, was gifted to me by Linda. Linda, just a crochet sister. Thank you, Linda. And I also mentioned that this was from the giveaway one from Wendy. All right. So a lot of my love has been going to this project right here. You can't see it though. You can just see the bag. See that? Because it's for the Yarny YouTube hop, and I can't show it to you until winter. So I'm working on this project. You can't see it, sorry. And
I think it's winter. It's gonna snow today.
well, no, but the official day of winter is when the YouTube Yarny hop, by the way, is the brainchild of Kim, and she's the one who's organizing it. Kim the Crafty Nomad, and there's going to be a bunch of seasonal projects that are dropped by a bunch of YouTube creators for each season. So she did spring. I did not participate in spring because I didn't know about it beforehand. I did not participate in summer because I was so busy making projects for my trip. I just didn't feel like I had the time. I did not participate in fall because I just came back and I was like, ooh, I have to think of something. I don't know. And so finally, in winter, the last season and the last one of the year, I'm participating.
The first one of the year.
It's not. It's the last one of the year.
And the first.
The first day of winter is in December. Okay. So the next thing I've got to show you. Okay, I'm going to admit it. I did work on this at home. Like I tell you always that it's always a travel thing. I worked on this at home. Why? Because I had people over, and there are times when I wanted to do a really quick project, and You know, I didn't have the mind space. It was quick. And whenever I picked up the shawl, I used the wrong hook. And it was getting frustrating. So I started working on this. So I made this much of the octagons right here. I used up all, thank you, sweetheart. I used up all my light skin tone. I used up my very dark skin tone. I picked up the darn good yarn that I spent too much money for. Everybody else, oh, this isn't darn good. This is also Shepias, however it is you pronounce it. This one had fallen into the corner and I found it, and so I whipped it up. This is the darn good yarn that everybody paid $10 for, and I spent too much for compared to everybody else. So I started doing my darn good yarn. So this is one of them. This is another one. And this one is what I'm working on right now. This is my absolute favorite skin tone for medium skin tones. I love, love, love it. And when I came to this one, I have like one more color, but Linda, just a crochet sister, had sent me a bunch of yarn that's Shepias, which I am not putting into this blanket. And they have that color. So I thought I'll just keep that one just in case I need extra color of whatever project I end up doing with those ones. So I kept that one aside. But this one, oh my gosh, I was so sad. This is my absolute favorite color for medium skin tone, and I can't find it anywhere. Anywhere. Something similar. I am so picky with my browns as far as skin tone goes. I was really sad. I have 100-gram skein of this, 150-gram skein of this, and one that I have already used, that I was in the process of using. And I really didn't want to put this in the hexagon blanket, but there's no point in keeping it if I'm not going to be making dolls with 2-weight yarns anymore. So I thought about it. I told myself, listen, for the past 2 years, you have not reached for this yarn at all. You go straight to the 3-weight yarns. You do not touch the 2-weight yarns. There is no point in keeping the skin tone just because it's your favorite. And so I worked up this one, and I will continue to work up. I think I have another one that I'm currently working on in my purse because I am not working on it at home anymore now that I had guests over, which is why I was working on it at home. I decided I'm going to make a doll. I'm going to make one last doll with this yarn, the last hurrah, and I will be happy with that last doll because I really have not reached for this yarn, my favorite skin tone, in like 3 years. So what's the point of keeping it? I'm not going to keep it, but this bag is getting pretty full. I don't know if I have enough yet, but I'm not going to start even looking to see if I have enough until I finish all the darn good yarn. It's been sitting there forever, not being touched. It needs some love, but I don't know if I could show you. I don't want to take everything out. But here I have all of this right now. I will at one point put them together and see if they're ready. I have to order yarn to finish this because I do not have enough white yarn, I think, to finish connecting. But anyways, those are my hexagons. So the doll that I started, I didn't get much done. This is how much I got done.
Good job.
Just a little finger. See? You could see the thumb. You could see the thumb there. Can you? Wait. See? Just a little thumb right here. And that's about it. I am using a pattern by Erica Ju. I tested for her a lot. I bought patterns from her too. I bought patterns from her. I tested for her. And one year she was working on a book because she had the same doll base with lots of different clothes. And she decided that she was going to gift that to all her testers. So I'd made the doll before because I tested it, but I never made this particular outfit before, and I always wanted to. And since she gifted me the entire catalog of outfits that go with that doll, I decided I'm going to make that doll, and I'm going to have, that's what I'm working on. So I was going to do that anyways, to tell you the truth. But now I'm just doing it. So the other day I went to my working yarn. My working yarn is what most people call scrap yarn. It's yarn that has been used, skeins that have been used a little bit, but I feel like I can still make amigurumi with it, so I don't consider it scrap. Well, I went to my working yarn, and it's gotten so full that I have it on a shelf. I was pulling it out, everything falls out. Like, it's overstuffed. So it's time to cull my working yarn. Last year I did that by making a blanket, and I decided this year I'm going to make another scrappy blanket, but I am not going to make a blanket like I did last year, which I used a C2C lemon peel stitch, because I can't finish those. They take so long to make. So last time I finished it because I was sick. So, and this time I finished my moss stitch blanket because I was sick. I'm not going to count on being sick to finish this. I really need to move that yarn out. So I've decided I was going to make granny squares. So I started making granny squares, and no offense to anyone who loves granny squares, but I don't like the look of granny squares too much. So I started it, and then I ended up frogging it, and I'm still using a granny stitch, but it's a version of the granny stitch called the Glorious Granny. It is by Fiber Spider, and I'm making squares like this. This is 12 rows of the square, and I will have some that are solid like this, and I will have some like this, which has two colors, because
I like that one better.
you do. I decided to start with the greens because this was what was in front, and so I just worked that one up, and then I picked up greens. So these are the two I got done. I started this yesterday. I was watching some lives and doing this because I was procrastinating because I needed to do. I almost talked about the secret project. Not saying another word. Okay. Anyway, so I finished these two squares, and I am working on a third one, which is this one, and they're all different yarns. This is Basic Stitch from Premier. These two are both Basic Stitch. This one is yarn that I got from Kim the Crafty Nomad because I won one of her giveaways, and I'll attach them together. This is a little thinner, so I am a little worried about the finished product and how it will stretch. I did consider stop making this and just concentrating on that, but then I wouldn't have much of a blanket because I have so many different brands of worsted weight yarn in my scrap pile that if I just did the Basic Stitch, I don't have enough, I don't have enough of it to finish. And so I'm just going to put it together and hope whoever gets it likes it anyways. But anyways, these are the squares I'm working on. It is a granny stitch. It's called the Glorious Granny Stitch, and I think I like this better than just full-on granny stitches. Hi, Lynette, and she's got yarn. Lynette from Charmed Granny, and she's got yarn, is doing a granny square challenge, and I wonder if I could add this to it because it is a granny square, but not a traditional one. It's just a little different. But anyways, those are what I've been working. I cannot speak. That is what I've been up to. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Sorry, should I say it different?
Yes.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment on this video to win the digital prize. You won't get this pattern right away because it still needs to get tested. But when I am done, I will give you this pattern. If you don't want this pattern and you want another one you could go through my Ravelry catalog or store and choose a different one. That is fine. I have no problem giving you whatever pattern it is that you want from my Ravelry, and up to $10 from anyone on Ravelry. Anyways, don't forget to comment to enter that. Anyway, if you'd like to see more of me, I'm like forgetting my outro because I stopped in the middle. Okay, let me restart my outro.
Again?
Yes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. Bye. And guess what? I lost my clicker again.